And welcome to the Swiss Army Nerds Wrestlemania Sports Center. This is your co-host John Stickard and my other co-host
Stephen Cochran.
And we are here because it is WrestleMania Sunday. We have been waiting all year.
All year. This is I look more forward to this day than the Super Bowl.
Yes, I agree 100%. Like this, when I was younger, I always thought the Super Bowl was like a little bit better, but the older I get, the more I appreciate it.
And this is a 7-hour long ordeal.
Yes, it's like I was talking to Tom on the way over about it. It's like because we drink throughout it, it's like a physical test. Like it really is. You have to prepare for it.
Yeah,
it is. It's a hell of a
test of character.
It is, man. And it's 7 hours of pure, unadulterated wrestling. Like it's not bullshit. It's wrestling.
No, only the faint of heart can come watch WrestleMania with this group today. Yes. Because if you're gonna be here and you're gonna watch WrestleMania with us, you're gonna drink.
Yeah, you're in it. You're in it to win it. So. It's exciting. I can't wait. So we wanted to give you a little bit of a Swiss Army Nerd special where we talk about all our picks for Mania, what we think is going to be the best one, the worst one, blah, blah. So we'll just, I guess, jump right into it. I'm excited, first of all. I think obviously you are too. So we'll start off. We have it in no particular order. We probably should have wrote it in one, but it works. So we have our picks here. The first one, Stephanie McMahon, Triple H versus Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey. I think that this is going to be a better match than what we think is going to be. I think it's going to be like impressive because they'll be able to protect Ronda.
Yes.
But I don't think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a little bit less cheesy than last year's Nikki Bella and John Cena versus Miz.
I think a lot of it they're gonna protect, like you said, they're gonna protect Ronda. Ronda's gonna get ring time, obviously, but I think Triple H and Kurt are gonna carry the match the majority of the match.
Yeah, because Steph's in great shape. And she has a lot of, history in this sport, but she's not a worker.
She was a woman's champion.
Yes. So she used to be, but she's not going to be bad in the ring, but she can't carry a match.
No, neither Ronda can eventually.
Yeah.
But as of right now, her first match, biggest stage of them all, they're not going to make her carry this match.
I'm actually, and I'm not even kidding when I say this, I'm actually nervous for Ronda. Which is weird because I get nervous about certain big matches because I don't want them. Like the Roman match, I get worried because Roman's one of my guys. I love him, and if he puts out a stinker like he did against Taker last year, that would suck. So I get worried for Ronda because if Ronda goes out there and botches a bunch of moves. Yeah. It's hard to recover from that, especially when they put so much time into the story.
Yep.
She has to deliver. So I think it's going to be an above our standards kind of match, but pretty basic. I don't think it's going to be anything outrageous.
And I've told everyone around, and I'm going to tell you guys, the way this match is going to end, you're going to have, at some point, I'm thinking Kurt's going to have Triple H in the angle lock, and then Steph's going to run in to help, and Ronda's going to stop her, and they're both going to tap at the same time. Steph and Triple H are going to tap in the middle of that ring at the same exact time.
I could not agree more. When you said that, I was like, yeah, that sounds perfect. I do like the idea. I was reading some stuff and I listened to a couple podcasts, and someone put the idea in my head that Ronda actually turns heel on Kurt and joins the Authority because that would protect her even more, kind of like how Rollins joined the Authority.
Yeah.
You can do a lot and still protect her. Even get like a fourth person, like everyone says Shayna Baszler. She just won the belt in NXT last night. She could be like a muscle figure to her. So there's cool things. I would love her as a heel. I think
she'd make a great heel.
I think Ronda's a natural heel. She was in UFC. She was not a babyface. She was a piece of shit person, which
and she made people shit.
Yeah, I mean she did. But I think Ronda would do much better as a heel. But we'll see. And she even says that herself. So I think that's gonna. I'm excited for it, but nervous for it, but in a good way. And then of course. Probably my main event, AJ versus Nakamura.
It's my main event. It's going to be an amazing match.
They wrestled one other time.
In New Japan, wasn't it?
New Japan. It was the
biggest dome in Japan.
Something Kingdom, United Kingdom or something like that, tournament.
Yep.
And they Wrestling Kingdom 12, I believe.
In the Tokyo Dome.
Yes, and they killed it. It was one of the best matches.
That was a long time ago. You didn't know who AJ Styles really was, or not. He wasn't even the...
Not over
King of
here.
Strong Style.
Yeah, not over here. He's always been big in Japan. He's just that's obviously. Yeah. But that was when they were just starting to get red hot. That match is amazing if you ever watch it. So this match, I think if they give him enough time, that's my only concern.
That's what we've been talking about for a week.
Give him 30 minutes and they'll tear the house down. They'll have a match much like I would say not the same idea as Ciampa versus Gargano, but I would say up to that level. Yeah, we'll get into that later. Yeah. But I'm very excited that I think they're going to tear it down.
Nakamura's going to win it.
Yeah, I think, and what's cool is he's the first, well, I don't know if he's the first, but he's one of the new age Japanese wrestlers to win it. I love AJ. AJ's one of my guys too, but I would love to see Nakamura take that. And it would extend the feud because now Nakamura's two over on him, so I'd like that. I'm super excited for that. I think everyone picked Nakamura. Same with we did say, but Steph, Ronda, everyone picked Rowdy and Angle. Of course, they're going to give her a first one. And then the Bar versus Braun and his mystery partner.
There's so many names out there that could be his partner.
You just showed me Batista was an option. Yep. Bray Wyatt, he has a new character.
That'd be cool.
That Bray would be very cool to see.
They said Lashley because he's in town.
Lashley. I don't know if he would fit well with Braun. It'd be cool to see him, but I don't know how that dynamic would work.
I don't think I'd like that.
Who was it? Dean Ambrose, Big Show, Samoa Joe. All of those are great picks, I think. Either one's going to be a huge, exciting pop. I think Dean would get the biggest pop, personally.
Yeah.
Other than, I'm sure Batista.
Who would you like? Who do you want to hear his music come on
I want
out
Dean,
of all those names?
I want Dean, but I want Dean for two reasons. One, because it gets him a title, and he's back, which I miss him. I really do miss him. And two, well, no, those are both one and two. It gets him a title, and he's back. I want Dean, but as far as entertainment, if it was just for tonight, I think Samoa Joe and him would tear I think imagine that. Or Big Show would be cool too, because I'm a Big Show fan, and it would be cool to see him come back. They had such good matches against each other. Imagine, the Braun Show or something. No one would beat him, and then Authors of Pain could come up, and then imagine that match. Yeah, I mean, that's what I think they're going for.
My realistic pick, honestly, we're going to see Joe return.
Yeah.
And I would love to see that. If it couldn't be Joe, my fantasy pick, I'd want Batista. Imagine his music come on.
I'd go nuts.
That'd be crazy.
For sure. I would like Batista a lot, but we all picked Braun. I think it's obvious. Braun needs a belt. He needs a championship.
Yeah, Braun's winning it because I agree. We talked about it. I think the bar is done after this. I think they're going to go their separate way because they're both ridiculously talented in the singles competitor.
Yeah, and there's enough talent in the Raw tag team that they don't need him anymore. But
especially if the Authors of Pain come up.
Oh yeah, yep. And then hopefully the Revival get a push. That's what we're hoping.
That'd be a cool feud. Authors of Pain versus the Revival.
Yep, for sure. So the next we have Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon versus Owens and Zayn. This match is interesting as far as picks. We all picked Owens. I picked Owens because I just don't want to see them get fired. Obviously, it's a fake storyline. They're not actually going to let two of the most talented wrestlers go,
especially on SmackDown.
On SmackDown, I think they win it. If they don't win it, though, I'm excited because I get to see KO go back to Raw. And I think he's great. I think he's a top-end heel, and he deserves to be on Raw. Maybe not Zayn as much because Zayn's still getting his footing.
Yeah.
But, I think it's kind of crazy. I think, and this is my prediction, my bold prediction, is Daniel Bryan's about to win with the Yes Lock, and then Shane hits him, goes heel. And then, bam, that's your feud. That way, Owens wins, and Shane versus Bryan's going to be the first 2-3 month feud, maybe up to SummerSlam.
Yeah, honestly, I don't care who wins this match. The best part is Daniel Bryan's back in the ring.
Honestly, the pop it's gonna get is gonna be
when that music comes on. He comes out in wrestling gear because everyone hears that music. He's the general manager of SmackDown. He comes out all the time. You hear the music, but when you hear that music and he comes out in his gear. And he starts doing his yes movement.
It's gonna be
insane. Be nuts.
Yeah. So I'm super excited about that match.
Goosebumps talking about it.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be surreal. That's the best way to put it. So we all picked Owens. I definitely think either Daniel Bryan or Shane goes heel. I think they have.
That's a good pick.
I don't think.
I think it'll be Shane.
It can't be Bryan. Bryan's even if he turned heel, he'd get cheered. So.
Yeah.
And then the mystery match that we all left in the dirt about Taker versus Cena. We don't even know if it's going to happen. We went 4 or 5 weeks with this
thinking
tease.
This is it. This is the day. This is it.
And nothing. And not only nothing, but nothing. Nothing.
Didn't get anything.
The closest we got to
Kane.
Is Kane. And if they don't do something personally, if they don't do
they have to. They have to set something up for next year.
If they better do something, because if they don't, I'm going to be furious because they wasted our time. They devoted, if you combined all the last 4 or 5 weeks, it's probably about 2 hours of segments. Yeah.
A month and a half of teasing us for nothing.
You can't do that. I think
something's up. Something has to happen.
I think even if Taker shows up as American Badass, which I'll mark for. But if Taker shows up, American Badass just comes to the ring, gets off his Harley and choke slams him and walks away, I'm good. Yeah. I'll be fine with that. And then
that
next
sets
year,
it up.
Yep, next year they can go at it. I'm fine with that. That's what I hope to happen because personally, I don't know if they're going to have enough time to do a Taker Cena match.
They're not.
And like I said before in the last podcast, if I was Vince, I would advertise it. So why would you give away this match?
I agree with you 100%. It's gonna be a year-long tease like they did with Cena and The Rock. They've done it before. It worked great. Who wasn't jazzed up about that match when it finally happened?
Oh my God, we went a year of just being titillated.
Yes.
So, and that too, Taker versus Cena, there's enough time. They both take enough time off to where they can come back. We get excited. They leave. Yep. So yeah, I would like that a lot. And then kickoff show going on. Actually that was the first one we were all split on. Me and you picked Cena if there is a match, and then Aaron picked Taker, and then Tommy put Cena. So that actually Aaron's the only one that picked Taker, but I agree with her. Actually, I don't know why I picked Cena to win. I picked Taker. That's my actual pick. I don't know what I was thinking.
We were probably a little buzzed when we made this list.
I would pick Taker because I think Cena's at the point in his career where Taker needs it more. The kickoff match: Cedric Alexander versus Mustafa Ali. It is. I'm excited. I love the cruiserweights.
You picked Mustafa?
Yeah, I did.
Really?
I think that WWE is in a kind of a transition period where, and there's nothing wrong with this, but I think that they're kind of trying to push certain types of people and races and ethnicities, and that's great and that's awesome because they didn't do that for 40 years.
Yeah.
And I think Mustafa Ali being the first American Muslim to win the belt, it will make headlines. And I think that would make more headlines than Cedric Alexander. But, we'll see. Either one, it's a babyface or babyface. So, interesting match. I'm excited to watch it. I wanted Buddy Murphy in it. That's my favorite cruiserweight right now, personally. Then we move on to the triple threat. Miz, Rollins, and Balor. Which, I didn't know this, but did you know why they made it a triple threat? It is because his kid was due this week, and it ended up coming early. Thank God.
So if he couldn't,
he wasn't going to go to Mania if he didn't. If his kid wasn't born, because he wasn't going to miss the birth of his child.
Which is awesome. I like that.
That's why they did it, because they could have pulled Miz for a reason everyone would have been okay with, and then they could have just had a great match, Rollins versus Balor. So I thought that was cool. But that match, I think, is going to be a sleeper. Personally, I think they're going to put on a hell of a match.
It's going to be a great match.
In that one, we were all over the place.
Yeah, no one, like me and Tom were the same.
You picked Balor, Tommy picked Balor, I picked Miz, and Aaron picked Rollins. Shocker.
Aaron picked Rollins.
I love, honestly, this is one of those matches where I win. Whoever wins, I win.
It's going to be great. And you don't agree with me. We've discussed this 100 times, and for the 7 people that are watching this, please comment and let us know. I think they should push The Miz towards the title. I understand you agree he doesn't need it, and he's a good talker on the mic, but I love The Miz as a heel, and I think with the title, after Brock leaves, it's more plausible.
Yeah, and I think you're absolutely right. I think when we discussed this before, I kept thinking that, Brock was there forever, a type thing. If Brock's champ, Miz can't touch it.
No.
If Roman is, they can
It opens up a lot of people.
Because Roman can work safely and well and be there every week with the Miz and make that a seeable thing.
I think the only small guy in the WWE that could actually be believable in a title match versus Brock would be Balor.
Yeah. Balor or AJ. AJ obviously already faced him and lost, but those two, I think, they have that enough momentum.
Yes.
But we'll get into that when we get to the Brock one. But yeah, I agree. I think Miz is going somewhere. I mean, he got a shout out in Hall of Fame. Everyone's saying he's one of the best of all time to do the Intercontinental. That's a hell of a.
That's a huge. Yeah. Think of the names that have held that title.
Seriously, I mean, all the big names. Savage, fucking Steamboat. The Rock.
The Rock's had it. The Warrior.
Yeah, there's so many great ones. So, Jeff Jarrett, that's who shouted him out. And then Nia Jax versus Bliss.
This was a sweep. Bliss.
This one, yeah, everyone picks Nia. There's no way Bliss is going to pull this off somehow.
Unless Mickie James gets involved somehow, but I still think they're going to pick... I think it's Nia's time right now.
Yeah, I mean, the only way they do it is, like, maybe a DQ, but Nia still wins.
If you think about it, when was the last time Bliss hasn't held the title? Like, I'm talking from she came from SmackDown to Raw and won the title, what, her first night on Raw?
So, I don't know if it was her first night, but quickly.
Yeah. Like, she's had the title for a long time.
It's been a couple years. I think it's Nia's time. I think she has to win it. I also predict a squash match. I think it'll be about a minute. I think that she's going to literally kill Bliss and then pin her, and that's it.
Which is a shame.
It is a shame, but at the same time, like, one of these matches are going to be quick, and that's the only one that makes the most sense.
They have to make one of the matches quick because you got a lot of big
We
matches.
got 14
that are
total
be
matches.
Huge and need the time.
Yeah, so you got 14 total matches. 2 of those are Rumbles, which usually take about half hour apiece. So, yeah, I think I love Alexa. She's my girl. I love her so much, but I just don't. I don't see her. I think that Nia wins it, and then Alexa can chase the title, and she can do better with that. So. Yeah. We all picked Nia. And then the next match...
This is not going to be a squash. This is going to be a hell of a match,
I think this could be... This is definitely going to be the best female match in the card, but I think it could steal the show.
Because they're both crazy in the ring.
And they're so talented. And they have so much history. And
let's say the name.
Asuka versus Charlotte Flair. I mean, if they don't know at that point...
I get it, but we still haven't said the name yet.
But yeah, Asuka versus Charlotte. I think this one's funny. I'm guessing this is when the alcohol started hitting me. I picked Charlotte. But
you've been picking Charlotte for a while now because you think if anyone can beat Asuka's streak, it'd be a Flair.
It'd be a Flair, but I'll say this: if Charlotte loses tonight, which that's honestly a possibility, they're gonna keep. And I don't want this to happen. They're gonna keep that streak till next year, and they're gonna give it to Ronda. I don't want that. I don't want to wait a whole year of every Asuka match me going, well, Asuka's going to win.
Yeah.
Because I don't like
it.
That.
It ruins it.
It does.
You think about the big pay-per-views like SummerSlam, the Rumble, and all those matches, it's not going to be a if. It's going to be she's going to win.
Yeah, which is frustrating. So, excuse me. I kind of want Charlotte to win because then that streak gets broken. It goes to Charlotte. She gets a big feather in her cap. Asuka can keep feuding. And now Asuka matches are exciting. You know, and she already beat Goldberg's streak, so why keep it going? But who knows? If she wins, it goes a whole nother year, and I don't know if she'll be healed by the end of that year because she's gonna start getting booed because people don't like knowing the outcomes.
Yep.
That's why a lot of people hated on Roman; they could predict the outcome.
Yeah.
But for that one, you picked Asuka. I picked Charlotte. Aaron picked Charlotte.
Wow.
And Tommy picked Charlotte. You're the only Asuka. That's very surprising, actually. So yeah, I'm probably top 3 most excited for that match.
That's going to be a good match.
It is. Then this one is going to be a sleeper. I'm telling you. Usos, New Day versus the Bludgeon Brothers. I'm telling you right now it's going to be a sleeper. As long as they give them like 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, it'll be a great match. I'm telling you, Usos and New Day were amazing this year in 2017. And Bludgeon Brothers are no joke. They've been around. So
I kind of regret my pick.
Yeah, you picked New Day. I thought that was surprising. Aaron, actually, I agree with her pick. That's my heart picking the Usos.
See, I agree with Aaron, too.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Bludgeon.
It's going to be the Bludgeon Brothers.
But my heart wants Usos.
Not me.
I love the Usos.
I hate the Usos.
I think they're great. Their gimmick is good.
Because they go to their gimmick all the time in real life.
Shut up. And then the triple threat match we got before we do the main event is Orton, Rusev versus Orton, Rusev, Rude, and did they add Jinder? They did.
Jinder's in it. I think they just added Rusev. It was Orton, Rude, and Jinder, and then Rusev pinned Orton. Remember that SmackDown, and he got added.
So I picked Glorious. You picked Rusev. Aaron picked Rusev, and of course Tommy picked Glorious. Rude. I want Rude. That's another heart pick. I don't think it'll be Rude. I think it'll be either Rusev or Jinder. Orton needs to move to Raw already.
Orton needs to retire. I love Orton, but he's done everything.
He's
got the Grand Slam. He has all the titles.
He needs to retire or change his gimmick back to heel. When he was a heel, he was amazing. He was really good. Remember that punt and shit? It was scary, that punt. And
how many people he put out with that punt?
It was so gruesome, too.
There's only one person that reminded me of that, and that was Seth Rollins back when after he broke up the Shield with his curb stomp. When he stomped through the through the cinder blocks and whatnot. That was gnarly.
It was really cool. I loved it. That's probably one of my favorite finishers right now.
I was with you when he brought it back.
Yeah, that was cool. I marked it. And, oh my god, it's back. So yeah, that one we're all kind of all over the place. I really, my brain is telling me gender because Vince is obsessed with gender.
My brain says gender too, but Rusev, who would have thought?
I love Rusev, and I'm telling you, they need to push him because he's hot right now, and they need to push him or he's going to leave because he was saying how he wants to ask for his contract because they won't fucking use him. He's really good. When he feuded with Cena, which was like 3 years ago, it was a great feud.
For the U.S. title.
Yeah, and it was 3 years ago. I don't know why they ever let him lost. They should have. Cena should have lost that match at WrestleMania, but
because it's Cena.
Yeah, that's true. And then finally, the main event, Brock
slugfest, man.
Oh my God, it's gonna be UFC.
It should be the question of the night: is how many times is Brock gonna break character and legit punch Roman, and how many times is Roman gonna break character and punch Brock?
I think it'll be 5-6 for each. I think it's gonna be a bloodbath. I think this is gonna have blood.
The WrestleMania that Seth cashed in, it was gnarly. Like there's one they show it in slow mo when Roman does the Superman punch.
Yeah, they do the Superman punch.
Brock's face shifts.
There's one kick he does where Brock was on the outside of it and Roman kicks him in the face, and it's the cleanest kick. It's like literally if I was going to kick someone on the ground, I would do it exactly like that. He didn't hold back. I think that they're going to go to absolute war with each other. This is the match besides AJ Nakamura, which I think I'm excited for that in a different way because it's going to be so technical and there'll be stories.
It's going to be crazy. Brock and Roman's just going to be brutal, just fists.
Testosterone.
It's not going to be up on the top rope doing crazy moves. It's going to be just a straight who's going to stand the longest.
Yeah, and I can't wait. I'm excited. I love the idea of Roman going heel and joining Heyman. I love the idea of just Roman going over and finally getting that Universal title back in the picture because I like Brock, but he could stay, and I think while we're still on the Brock topic, he re-signed. It's not announced, but I'm telling you right now, the way they built this thing, I think he re-signed because I think he's losing the title. I'm not changing my pick there, but I think he re-signed, and they're keeping it hush, hush, hush. Because all of the speculation with UFC has died down. All of a sudden, the storyline stopped being about Brock's never there, and he was there for 3 weeks straight. And then on top of that, Roman did some pretty heelish shit, like beating up the U.S. Marshals and, doing this, and that. I think that Brock re-signed, but he's going to give up that title.
Yeah, I think
he can't keep that title. He just can't.
Fair. It's not fair to the crowd. If you're going to be the champ, you need to be at every show.
Yeah,
I'm not saying you have to go to every house show.
No, you do. I think you do. Now, I'm an attitude guy. If Stone Cold, the greatest WWE superstar of all time, it's arguable, but he put the most asses in seats. That's a fact. He was at every single house show. You're telling me Stone Cold could do that back when it was way harder to travel. They did more shows. And they
got beat up a lot worse.
And got beat up a lot worse. Took chair shots, more blood, all that shit. You're telling me Stone Cold did that with a broken neck. And you can't fucking have Roman go. Roman is one of those guys where he's a workhorse and he says it. And
he's already said that he's at every show.
And he is the only.
This is his life.
Yeah, and I want that as my champ. I don't want Brock. Brock will be he could be like a Shane McMahon. He comes in, has great matches, leaves. Just do that. You can sell a Brock match by saying Brock's going to be there and this person's... Remember when he challenged Orton? Mm-hmm. There was no build. It was just like 2-3 weeks, and it was cool. Yep. But I think Roman goes over. I would love to see him turn heel. I think he would be fantastic with Heyman, but I don't think it happens. But we'll see. I'll be very disappointed if Brock wins. Maybe most people won't be because they hate Roman, but I would be.
I'll be upset.
I want to see that title go to a more plausible champion that can do more and give more time.
I'll be more upset than I was at the Rumble to see Dolph Ziggler at number 30.
Worst thing ever. Vince, you should fire yourself.
Before we go, we have to talk about last night.
Yeah, okay, so NXT TakeOver New Orleans was last night, and top to bottom, I'd give it a 9 out of 10.
It was amazing.
Dude,
it was last match.
The Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, that match was, for me, and I'm saying this is not...
right next to you.
It's not spur of the moment. It was the greatest match I've ever seen. Bar
gnarly.
none. It was so brutal. and they sold so well, and there were actual injuries. I mean, Tommaso Ciampa might actually have a shattered orbital bone. We don't know.
It was swelling quick. Like, one moment it's just right here, and then, like, literally not even 30 seconds later, his whole... You couldn't see his eye.
He looked like Gargano's symbol. I thought that was... What beautiful poetry. I mean, they brought in the injury, they brought in the DIY, the sitting down, he couldn't finish. The
power bomb off the side onto straight concrete, pulls the mat up, and it is straight concrete, and he literally power bombs him on his back on concrete.
One of the cleanest power bombs I've ever seen. It was... There were so many things that could have gone wrong, and I think a couple things did, but even with those things that did... I will go down. It's 5 out of 5. I could not.
Amazing match.
Even with a couple of botches, which that's going to happen in any match. Yep. It's just amazing. The only thing I'm bummed about is Tommaso Ciampa might be out for a while.
Hopefully not.
I'm hoping it's just he had a couple of mouses. That's what he didn't say. There was no announcement.
Yeah, I didn't get any updates or anything.
No, I've been looking nonstop.
I'm gonna say it because if it was a broken orbital bone, they would have already been dropped.
Yeah. But Triple H came on after on the Facebook thing and said, like, Gargano, and then specifically Tommaso Ciampa was like, that guy's going somewhere. Like, this is not the end of Tommaso. And if you were not a Tommaso fan or a Gargano fan, and you watch that match, and you're not a fan, you're an idiot. You have no idea what wrestling is. That was the purest wrestling with some of the best storyline telling I've ever seen. I mean, from the brace to the moment where he couldn't finish him because he's his friend. And
then he tried,
It was just so beautiful, good. Man. Like, it had us popping. Like, 4 or 5 times we were out of our seats. Like, and
I thought it was over.
We've seen a lot of wrestling. I've seen thousands of matches, and I can't remember the last time I was that. You know what I mean?
It was good. It was good.
It was good. It was awesome.
WrestleMania, you better
good
bring it.
Good luck, man. And the Aleister Black, your guy won. A great match with Almas.
Another great match.
Almas is phenomenal. What a great heel.
I think he's coming up Monday.
I think so too. Authors of Pain are coming up. Yep. And Adam Cole, that 6th man for the North American.
Didn't see that. I thought Adam Cole was going to be moving up on Monday.
Well, and that's what I wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
The North American title is a brand new title. It's never existed before. Who knows? They could bring it up and have him at least go to SmackDown where they don't have as many big superstars. Yeah. And you just have Adam Cole show up kind of like a la Kevin Owens and be like, yeah, challenge me. And then he gets, why not? Maybe only do the title in North America. That might have been
Triple H's plan.
I love it. I think that's a great idea.
What a way to mesh NXT big names to be able to, you have that belt, you can move around.
I think NXT's to the point where it's not a development anymore.
It's not.
I think it's not. I would put it above SmackDown.
I absolutely put it. I'm going to tell you right now, there is more talent on the NXT roster right now than there is on the SmackDown Live roster.
At least better writers.
No. I'm going to say there's a better talent.
I don't know about the talent.
You got like 3 big stars on SmackDown. You got Owens, you got Nakamura.
Zayn's good.
And
AJ.
You got AJ.
And you got Rusev.
I mean, there's some people that are good, but I mean, look at the talent on NXT right now.
I'll tell you what, if you took the writing and Triple H's mind and creativity and switched it and put it on SmackDown would be as good as NXT. But I just think that's the big issue. But I love it because now I hope SmackDown writers are like, oh my God, we are getting our asses whooped.
We're getting fired
by developmental people. I mean, I loved it. The title or the ladder match was unbelievable. Mm-hmm. They did shit I've never seen before, which is rare. There's a lot of ladder matches. EC3, man, he took some bumps.
I thought he was dead at one point.
His character's great. Killian's a madman. Even Lars was pretty cool. There was a lot of blood in that match. Velveteen Dream, 22. He's the next superstar. He's the next superstar. He's going to be the next big thing. I'm telling you, if he stays on where he's at. The shit he did last night was amazing. And then Adam Cole winning it was a good pick. Ricochet was just... Oh, my Ricochet is so smooth and flawless.
Ricochet is yoked.
Yeah, he is yoked. 8-pack. But I love Takeover. It was amazing.
It was great.
Like I said, 9 out of 10, and that missing one is just because I don't know if 10 out of 10 can happen.
And they did it in 3 hours.
Yes.
Mania, you have 7.
Make it happen, Captain. Seriously. But yeah, if you have not watched Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa, it is amazing. It's good. Good luck to anyone trying to ever beat that. Even the AJ Knock match, I don't think I just don't see that happening.
No.
If it happens, I'm gonna have a heart attack tonight. If I
I'm
jump
not,
out
I'm
more
not gonna
than
do
5,
well. I'm not gonna do well.
And that was sober. We were sober,
Yeah.
and it was the best match.
It was good.
So yeah, I'm can't good luck to WrestleMania. That's the best way to put it. But yeah, so that's it. We wanted to give you our picks, and then we will follow up on this probably either tomorrow or next week, and then we'll see how right or wrong we were. So yeah, catch WrestleMania, of course, if you're gonna listen or watch this tonight. If not, fuck it, I'll plug it. WWE Network, $9.99.
Oh,
you can
and if you subscribe now, you get WrestleMania for free plus
right.
the whole month.
And subscribe to us because we're lonely.
You're welcome, Triple H.
That's right. Where's our money? Give us our money. But yeah, so seriously, we're super excited. Hope you guys enjoy it. But we need to
get going. We need to set up. We got
right.
shots and alcohol.
Yes, and tons of great wrestling.
Yep.
Good luck, Roman. We out. Too sweet.